We're in the middle of potty training baby number 2. So we started that this week. That's going really well. The first trip through that process with our first child was very new and difficult and challenging. I think we're a little more confident this time, but it won't be without its challenges. It's interesting to me how when you're trying to go through something like that, here's a couple things that I didn't know happened, right? When we were going through potty training, I thought that you just kind of tried to encourage a child to, here's a potty, talk, explain what's going on here. They've seen you use the bathroom. They know what a toilet is. It just kind of takes time, just like trying to, trying to train anything, right? Trying to train anything takes conversation and reasoning. But it's not like that at all. You have to, apparently, I'm sure everybody does it differently, but Amy basically is on house arrest for a block of days, doesn't leave the house, might go out for a walk or something, but doesn't go. She's near that potty.
Oh, she's staying at the house just for this
at all times.
That is that's a commitment there.
It's like it's as long as it takes, but it's going to be in this case, a 4-day block of just her and Nicole and the potty. And it's right in the middle of the living room, and they just hang around, right? They just hang around the house, and Amy is productive, doing things, cleaning, whatever needs to be done, whatever she can do. But she's ready at a moment's notice to get Nicole to the potty. When Nicole, if Nicole's trying to go over there and squat on the floor, it's okay, let's go over here to the potty, right? So it's her attention is on that from the moment they get up to the moment they go to bed for a block of days. Didn't know it was that dedicated, right?
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, and so I think, and it's sort of like breaking a horse, I guess. It's like how you see it. You know how you see it in the movies. The horses are wild and they're running around, and all of a sudden they're tame. It's like a switch, right? Okay, we've broken this horse, and it's now this perfect horse that goes everywhere you tell it to go. And everybody's so happy, right? Everybody in the movie, they're like,
it's the perfect analogy, frankly. You celebrate it when it happens. Yes. When it finally happens, it's party worthy.
Yes, and so that's what she's in the middle of. And I had this moment to take Isla and me out of the house and so there's no distractions, right? If Isla's there, Nicole's completely distracted. This is not going to work. And so Isla has been gone for 4 days. We're about to all reunite. Okay. All right. The potty training is not to perfection,
as it usually doesn't start.
I'm a little concerned, right? Because we're not. It's only been 4 days, but we've had some good progress. We've had some great moments. But and Amy is like, I miss y'all so bad. Can't wait till y'all come back. This is going to be great. Nicole's going to want to show Isla what she's learned. And I'm like, I don't think it's going that way. I'm thinking it's going to be a big setback. Nicole's going to revert backwards. She's going to take a couple steps back in this process when Isla comes, because she'll be distracted again. And then she'll start making mistakes, right? And Amy's going to think, this is all this work and these days, these days of sitting around here doing nothing, being bored to death. And so a little concerned about that, but we're going through it.
We've given Dirty Mo Doe something to bet on, whether Nicole goes backwards or forwards when Isla returns. Yeah. Steve Letarte and Chopper don't need anything. They don't need help. They'll do it.
One of the things,
put a unit on it.
Yeah. Not to get too personal about this, but number 1 comes easy. Number 2 is a challenge. That part, number 1, number 2.
Oh, we're talking about the actual process, not the kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
number one comes easier, as it should, right? But there's something about number 2 that's scary. I can't quite, I don't really know exactly what the word is to describe it, but the number 2 is something that they are not freaking sure about. Like putting it in that potty as opposed to their pants.
Had no problem.
It is a really hard thing for them to get their head wrapped around, right?
You mean I don't want to feel this for a couple hours in a day?
Yeah.
Wait a second. That's weird.
I know. You would think that they would.
Yeah. They would want. They're looking for opportunities.
Yeah, to not have to set in it, right? But it's I think it's a scary thing and a privacy thing. You know, maybe a bit awkward for them when they're. You know, it's kind of like wearing. It's kind of like wearing. You know, when you put sunglasses on, right? People don't know where you're looking. You know, you sort of have this sort of insulation of privacy, right? When you have on sunglasses. Mm-hmm. And I think when they're wearing that diaper, they're like, man, I pooped and you don't know.
That's true, yeah.
But now with this potty, everybody knows.
Everybody knows
what I've done.
Especially when it's in the middle of the room.
Yeah, right? Which is a good bridge to another thing. So we're going to move on from potty training to Austin Cindric.
Naturally, that's a good segue. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The glasses thing brought up an idea of mine.
Okay.
Race season is underway, and new customers can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DJD. You bet $5 and you get $150 of bonus bets instantly. That's code DJD at DraftKings Sportsbook app. But I read some comments from Austin Cindric this weekend. He's wearing glasses now. Started wearing them this week. I find that really fascinating because, like, Harvick wears them. Logano wears them. Maybe Dave Marcus wore glasses, but I can't think of a lot of race car drivers back in the day that wore glasses while they raced. Mm-mm. But, Logano and Harvick, I don't wear glasses when I race. I wear them all day long, but my eyesight's pretty good at a distance. It's reading, but I can still read gauges, but without them. But Austin Cindric's like, man, I'm wearing these glasses. I got checked out. I need to see things better at a distance. It's awesome. Now I can, I was at a race. I couldn't really see detail like I wanted to. And what he means by that, it's not a real dangerous situation. What he means by that is like a crack in the asphalt, right, that he's trying to put the left front tire on, right? That's a little harder for him to find. Or some very specific detail in the surface of the track where he's trying to position the car for the entry of the corner or transition or something like that. Those are the things he's talking about that he wants to see more crisper. And he wants to be able to see in detail, so he feels like he's really hitting all the marks. Because 6 inches on that racetrack is the difference between first and 30th.
Sure, I believe that. Yep.
Yeah, and so kudos to him for doing this. And I could read his comments, and I could hear his insecurities about wearing them, because he says, I don't care what I look like. I don't care what people think I look like. I just want to see better. And maybe you went through this too when you started wearing glasses. There's this sort of moment or a little bit of very short period of time of some, feeling insecure. Do you look like a dork? Or, you have everywhere you go, people are going to go, well, what are you doing now? What you got them on for, right? All right.
It happened to you? I mean, when you started wearing glasses is when everybody started making comments.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. And so, but he says, he's like, he says this funny thing that I really could relate to. He's like, I catch myself staring at people. And he's like, I only wore glasses when I was wearing sunglasses. And so when you're wearing sunglasses, you can stare at people. You can look anywhere you want for any duration you want. But now I forget I'm wearing just regular glasses, and I'll be looking at somebody staring right at them. And he's like, remember, oh shit, I'm not wearing sunglasses. This person can see I'm literally staring them down, burning a hole in them. And so that is so funny to me because it's so true. Like when you first start wearing glasses, you forget that people can see where you're looking. because you're used to just only wearing glasses when you're wearing sunglasses, right? Does that make any sense to you?
It unfortunately it does make sense, and
Why is that unfortunate?
Unfortunate because I was ready to go. Listen, there's no
ready to
good
debate
segue. There was no good segue from
potty training to
Austin Cindric, but I gotta say you did do it.
I nailed it.
You did it because it's the insecurity thing. I didn't see that coming. Congratulations on that. The thing that is amazing. How old is Austin Cindric? Do you think?
Let's just say he's 28.
Oh, is he not 30? Oh, yeah, he wouldn't be 30 yet.
No,
right.
He's 26, 24.
I found that interesting because, like, the day I hit 40 was the day my eyes decided to just to go down. Just like everything started the day, that birthday.
Yeah.
It was like just done. And I remember Latart said the same thing. Like, Latart's like, day hit 40, eyesight. Phew. And boy, if that's true.
Yeah.
So if whatever insecurities I had, and I know that you also went through this, whatever insecurities you had.
Imagine it 20s.
As soon as you put those glasses on, you could see what you have been missing a lot, which is detail.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, let everybody think what they want. This is way better.
I know.
And that's interesting that Austin's going through that. I just can't believe he's as young as he is.
Yeah. Well, I applaud him for doing it because it is something you can be insecure about, especially if you're an athlete that's supposed to be perfect, right? And when somebody sees an imperfection in you, it can be something they judge you by. But I think I applaud him for being confident enough and smart enough. Like, hey man, I need to see this well. I need to see in perfect detail. I'm gonna do this because it'll make me better.
Yeah.
But I remember the moment when when I learned that my eyes weren't what I thought they were.
What was it?
I was at my mama's house and we were cooking pizzas. It was pizza night. We were making homemade pizzas. Probably about 5, 6, 8 people around in this kitchen. Her glasses, reading glasses, were laying there, or whatever. She wears glasses. I don't know, but they were just glasses, right? I don't know if she just got reading glasses or what. And so I put them on and looked down at the paper looked down at the table, and I was like, "Holy crap! I can see so much better." And it dawned on me. I was like, I didn't even know I wasn't seeing that great.
That's right.
Right? I thought my sight was fine. But when I put these on, I'm like, dude, everything is perfect. Like, it's so perfect. And so I went to the doctor and I said, hey, check this out. This is my experience. And they gave me readers. I basically had glasses that were not prescription, but they had a reader in the bottom. So otherwise, I didn't really need to wear them all day long. I got comfortable wearing them all day long. It was just a pain in the butt to take them off, put them back on. You'd leave them places, right? You'd walk away and you drive away, and they'd be left at the house or somewhere, and you get somewhere you need to read something. So I just started wearing them all the time. And then over the last probably 4 years, my long whatever they call it. I get it backwards, nearsighted, farsighted. But anyway, seeing at distance became more challenging, or just a tick blurry.
Yeah. I thought when you were going through the concussion rehab,
I had glasses in too.
Yeah.
But that was more to help my eyes. So my eyes were a little messed up. Things were just blurry.
Yeah.
And so that helped my eyes relax, so I didn't have a strain that created headaches.
Well, some of the physical exercises they had you doing was literally like eye exams.
Yeah.
I remember doing one, and it was hard.
Yeah.
You're looking at charts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This reminds me of something. I remember you back in the day. You used to love the fact that you could
see so well.
Yeah. You'd come in bragging. They're
2015, 2010.
Did an eye exam. They put Beagle on there. They said, I see like a dog or whatever.
I could see the bottom line at the thing, the little tiny one.
And then finally you admitted that you were just memorizing the letters.
I memorized the board, yep.
You probably had bad vision all along, but
maybe.
But your memory was good.
Yeah. I texted Truex the other day. He turned 43. And I was like, "Oh boy, time to go to the doctor. Get them bifocals." He's like,
stop on the way to the colonoscopy.
Like, 43 years old, buddy. You might as well go on in there. Stop denying it.
That's right.
He's like texting me back. He's like, "No, man, 2010." I'm like, "I was that guy."
Yeah, good times there. Well, what else from potty training can you equate to the NASCAR series?
Well, nothing. But me and you were talking about. I came. So Isla stayed with Kelly this weekend, my sister, 2 days, right? Hadn't seen her, miss her like crazy. come into the office yesterday, and Kelly had brought Isla to Junior Motorsports. You were here.
Yeah, she was all over the place. Having fun.
I'm like, hey, how's it going, Isla? Come give Dad a hug. Hey, missed you. Nope. Running in the other direction. Like I was gonna, she's like worried I was gonna say, hey man, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Right.
That's probably what she thought.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's running in the other direction. I'm like, Isla, come back, man. I just want a hug. You can stay. We're not leaving. And man, I mean, it was hours before she give me any attention. And I was like, I know people have told me this. They're like, wait till she's a teenager. They're never going to want to hang out with you. And she's 5, and this is happening.
It broke your heart, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then, you know what?
It's okay.
She did it to Amy last night. Get Amy on a FaceTime. Amy missing her so bad. I was like burying her face in the chair and doesn't know. Amy's like, don't you miss me? And she's like, I don't miss you. I'm like, don't say that. You do.
Yeah.
And it hurt Amy's feelings.
Isn't that something though? Like when as parents, you really just look forward to the break. Like you just need a break or whatever. But when you get that break, whether it's a date night or whether it's whatever it is, all you do is think about your kids. Mm-hmm. My kid's been at camp for 2 weeks, and then when I say camp, I'm talking about in Florida. There's no conversations or anything. There's only the postal service is all you got. And I tell them, listen, write me a letter every day. I'm going to want it. And then they will always forget. And there's 2 weeks that you go without them. And then when they come back, you think, well, now I'm going to get this just flood of love. And really, they're just ready to go to the next camp that they're going to go to. And it's like, oh, God, yeah. Us dads, we try to be tough, but we actually are the ones that are most sensitive, and we get our feelings hurt really bad by our, especially girl dads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, man. That's going to be tough. Because for up to this point, man, each child we had just brought more love in the house. You know what I mean? Like me and Amy love each other like crazy, and now I got two more people in there that everybody loves everybody. It's just awesome. We all just want to be together. And literally, you give Isla a little independence, right? She goes spend the night with Kelly or goes somewhere to have a sleepover, and it changes dramatically, right?
Maybe that's the key. Don't send her somewhere fun.
Well,
who wouldn't want to go hang out with Kelly?
Yeah,
she's going to treat you like.
Now in their mind, they're like, oh, there's this. I can go here. I can go there. When do I get another sleepover?
Right.
As soon as they come home. When's the next sleepover?
Yeah.
When can I go to this house? Can I go to that house? And so
that's a good point. You want your kids to be independent and live on their own, because that's what we're training them to do, right? Is be adults or whatever. But don't you kind of want them to have a little bit of homesickness? Just like miss me a little bit?
Yeah.
And then when they don't, because mine don't, they love being gone. It's like, wait a second. I mean, it's a good life we got over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a good guy.
Right.
It's fun. But maybe that's the key.
Yeah.
Don't send them anywhere fun.
Yeah.
Make them want you back.
Yep.
Oak Ridge Military Academy sounds good.
Yep.